As anyone who has tried to board a plane recently knows, air travel has been rough, to put it mildly. In this video, we talk about passenger rights when traveling to the EU. Are you entitled for compensation when your flight gets cancelled or delayed? But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. Oh, and don't forget to check out our website at immigrationandmigration.com. This video is brought to you by IAM. We believe that travel improves and inspires you and the people around you. We help you travel by providing services which overcome barriers and frameworks that simplify and enrich your experience. We just happen to be immigration lawyers. So reach out to your IAM visa coordinator when you're ready for your adventure, or already on one, and would like some assistance. Strikes, staff shortages, and an excess of travelers after the COVID-19 pandemic are just some of the reasons behind the chaos in many European airports during the summer holidays. Travelers faced long queues, delays, and even flight cancellations. Reportedly, this will continue for the next few months. Fortunately, the European Union has strict regulations protecting consumer rights, including buying plane tickets. If you have faced issues with your flight, here are your rights and how to get compensation, according to EU legislation. EU air passenger rights apply if the flight is within the EU or Schengen zone, if it arrives in the EU Schengen zone from outside the bloc and is operated by an EU-based airline, or if the flight departs from the EU Schengen zone. Additionally, the EU rights apply only if you have not already received benefits including compensation, rerouting, and assistance from the airline for the journey. Compensation varies depending on the situation, but can include food, hotel accommodation in the event of an overnight delay, and even transportation between the airport and hotel. After Brexit, the bloc's rules and rights do not apply to cancellations or delays, to flights from the UK to the EU, or to those passengers denied boarding on these flights, if the flight was operated by a non-EU carrier. However, according to the rules, if the flight arrives in the European Union and is operated by an EU airline, or if you are flying to the UK from an EU country, then you are entitled to the same rights. In case of cancellation, regardless of any reason, passengers have the right to choose between getting the money back, getting the next available flight, or changing the booking completely for a later date. Passengers are also entitled to assistance free of charge, including refreshments, food, accommodation if the flight was rebooked to travel the next day, transport, and communication. If the passenger was informed of the cancellation less than 14 days before the scheduled departure date, the passenger also has a right to compensation, except if the cancellation was due to extraordinary circumstances. Passenger rights and compensation will depend on the duration of the delay and the distance of the flight. If an airline expects that the flight will be delayed beyond the scheduled departure time, passengers are entitled to meals and refreshments in proportion to the waiting time. It starts at 2 hours for shorter flights, 3 hours or more for longer flights, and a delay of 4 hours for all other flights. Passengers should make themselves known to the airline so that they can provide you with the necessary vouchers and information. If the flight arrived at the final destination with a delay of more than 3 hours, passengers are entitled to compensation, unless the delay was due to extraordinary circumstances. The compensation will be €250 for short flights, €400 for longer flights, and up to €600 for flights covering more than 3,500 kilometers. Passengers who are denied boarding because their flight was overbooked have the right to choose between reimbursement, going on the next flight, or rebooking the journey at a later date. Passengers are also entitled to compensation and assistance from the airline. In the event that the passengers are downgraded, they are entitled to reimbursement of a percentage of the ticket price, depending on flight distance, and reaching 75%. According to the EU, events defined as extraordinary circumstances are air traffic management decisions, political instability, adverse weather conditions, and security risks. Most technical problems, which come to light during maintenance, are not considered extraordinary circumstances, and staff shortages would also usually not be classed as extraordinary circumstances. However, with the widespread shortages around Europe, it is still unclear if this can be considered an extraordinary circumstance. Airlines need to prove that the circumstance caused the delay or cancellation, and that delays or cancellations couldn't have been avoided, even if all reasonable measures had been taken. Passengers' first point of contact should be the airline itself. However, if they are not satisfied with the response, they can contact the country's European Consumer Centre for cross-border flights, or a national consumer centre for domestic trips. If you think you're liable for compensation from your airline, you can file an official EU airline complaint form. Check our website for the link. How was your trip this summer? Talk to us in the comments section below. If you have plans to travel, check out the deals we have found in the description box below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe, the UK, or the US, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. If you'd like to get more info on travel, visas, immigration, and citizenship, head over to immigrationandmigration.com for more free content. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.